student. Myself Arshita Tripathi, and I'm here to teach you the subject accountancy. Accountancy is the new subject for you all, but if you have opted commerce, this is the major subject which you have to study. But let's have no fear for that, because this is the easiest if you have understood the basics. If your basics are clear, you will never have the fear for this subject and you will enjoy it a lot. So let's start with the basics. Our first chapter in our course is Introduction to Accounting, or we can say meaning and objectives of accounting. So what is accounting? At the end of the year, each businessman wants to know what he has earned, what's the profit, what's the loss, how much he has expended, or what he have gained. It means, suppose if you have opened some shop or anything, or you have any business, at the end you also want to know. अगर आपने भी कोई शॉप या कुछ बिजनेस खोल रखा है तो एट द एंड आप भी ये जानना चाहेंगे कि आपने कितना इन्वेस्ट किया है, क्या जो आपने इन्वेस्ट किया है उतना आपको आपके बिजनेस से वापस मिल पा रहा है या नहीं, एंड आपका प्रॉफिट कितना हुआ है, और आगे इस बिजनेस को कंटिन्यू करने में हाउ मच यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट and is the way you have adopted to run this business that is correct or not. So the main aim of the accounting, or why we should do the accounting, is just to know what's the profit of the business, how much we have invested, and how much we are liable to pay. So the systematic record of our transactions or an events just to know the profit of the firm or the amount invested is known as accounting. So the question arises, what is transaction? Hope you all are familiar with the term transaction. Transaction in a business is something that is related to economic activity. Suppose a shopkeeper has sold something and you had buy something, means shopkeeper ने कुछ सामान बेचा और आपने खरीदा. So this is what? This is the transaction, and shopkeeper will maintain the accounts. Just कि अगर उसने कुछ सामान बेचा है तो वो अपने अकाउंट्स में या एक बुक में, एक कॉपी में आप देखते होंगे जनरली अगर आप सामान लेने जाते हैं तो शॉपकीपर विल राइट इट इन अ प्लेस. So that writing it in a place is an accounting. So now the thing is clear कि what is the need of accounting? So the need of accounting is just to know the financial position of our business. Means at the end of the year, how much we have invested, what's the capital of our firm, how much we are liable to the others, what are our sales, and what are our profit. Means accounting is something जो हम लोग करते हैं ये जानने के लिए कि at the end of the year हमारी financial position क्या है, हमारा प्रॉफिट क्या है, हमारा टोटल सेल कितना हुआ, कितना हमने इन्वेस्ट किया है, क्या कॉस्ट है हमारे प्रोडक्ट की. सो फॉर नोइंग all these things we do in accounting, and with the help of accounting we can decide what is the selling product of our selling price of our product. Means अगर हमने accounts properly maintain किए हैं then we can easily know how much we have invested in the production. On the basis of that we can decide the selling price by estimating the profit and other expenses. मीन्स जितना हमने खर्चा किया है सामान को बनाने में, अगर हमने अकाउंट्स प्रॉपर मेंटेन करके रखे हैं तो हमारे लिए ये जानना इजी होगा कि हमने कितना खर्चा किया है उस प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में, कितना एक्सपेंस किया है, और ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट वी कैन डिसाइड कि व्हाट विल बी द सेलिंग प्राइस फॉर द प्रोडक्ट. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज characteristics of accounting. So the first characteristics of accounting is an art as well as science. So how we can say that accounts is an art as well as science? What is art? Art is something that what you have predetermined to attain, that means attaining the objective that is predetermined. आर्ट क्या होता है? आपने जो पहले से सोच के रखा है वही आप पेपर पे बनाते हो, वही आप ड्रॉ करते हो. सो accounting is similar to the art, because in accounting also, what you done is you maintain the accounts just to determine the predetermined, just to obtain the predetermined objectives, because your objectives are predetermined, that you have to calculate the profit, or you want to know the selling price, or you want to know the cost, etc. तो अकाउंटिंग क्या होता है, इसको हम आर्ट भी कह सकते हैं. क्यों? बिकॉज एज सिमिलर टू द आर्ट हमारे अकाउंट्स बनाने के ऑब्जेक्टिव पहले से ही निश्चित होते हैं, या हमारा डिटरमेंट होता है पहले से कि हमें अकाउंट्स क्यों बनाने हैं. Secondly, we have the accounting as a science. What is science? Science is something that is based on the principles and rules and regulations. And in the same way, accounting is also based on the principles. Accounts has its own principles which we follow to maintain the books. Now the second characteristics is recording of financial transactions only. In accounts we only record the financial transactions. Now the third is recording in a terms of money. So in accounts we only record the monetary transactions. Means there are many transactions. हम बहुत सारे transactions करते हैं, जो बहुत सारी ऐसी activities करते हैं in a business that is not related to the money, but the effects are business. But in accounts we only record those transactions that is related to the monetary terms. Suppose if two workers had a quarrel between them, so can't record it in our books. हम बुक में ये नहीं लिख सकते कि आज हमारे दो वर्कर के बीच में लड़ाई हुई. सो जबकि उस क्वारल से हमारे बिजनेस में बहुत फ़र्क पड़ता है, बिकॉज दे विल स्टॉप वर्किंग और समथिंग, तो हमारा प्रोडक्शन लेस हो जाएगा, हमारा प्रॉफिट कम हो जाएगा. लेकिन बिकॉज वी कांट calculate it in the terms of money, we can't record it in the accounts book. So we only record monetary transaction, that if we have purchased the land of 1 lakh, or we have purchased the machine of 10,000, so we only record that, the transactions which are related to the monetary terms. Now we have the functions of money. So the first functions of accounting. So the first function of accounting is identifying. Identifying resembles that we have to identify the monetary and the non-monetary transactions, because in accounts we only record the monetary transactions. So हमें ये classify identify करना होगा कि monetary transactions क्या है. Then the second function is recording. So in the small business firms, we just record the transaction in a book named journal. स्मॉल बिजनेस फर्म्स में हम अपनी ट्रांजेक्शन डायरेक्टली एक बुक में लिखते हैं, जर्नल में. सपोज जैसे एक दिन में हमने सेल किया, परचेज़ किया, कुछ ख़रीदा, कुछ बेचा, कुछ प्रॉफिट हुआ, कुछ लॉस हुआ. सपोज़ अगर हमने क्रेडिट में चीज़ें बेची हैं तो वो सारी चीज़ें हम एक जगह पे लिख लेंगे. शॉपकीपर को आपने देखा होगा, वो एक कॉपी में सारी चीज़ें अपनी लिख लेता है. सो दैट इज़ द जर्नल. लेकिन इफ़ यू हैव द बिग फर्म्स, सो मतलब business firm create the subsidiary books also. Subsidiary books means they will maintain the separate account for each head. Means they will record the sales in a different book, purchase in a different book, but in the journal we record each and every transaction at one place. But in the subsidiary books we record separately. Means sales in one book, purchase in another book, purchase return in another. So we have separate book for each transaction. Then we have this third function as classifying. Classifying means classifying the transactions of similar nature at one place. For that we prepare the ledger book. Ledger book में क्या होता है that we will study later, but in short I want to tell you that in ledger book we will prepare the separate account for each transactions. Then after classifying we have another function as summarizing. In summarizing what we do is we just summarize the classified transaction. So in summarizing we total the ledger amount balance. जो ledger account हमने बनाया उसको हम balance करते हैं and we will prepare the trial balance. Trial balance क्या होता है ये हम लोग अभी आगे पढ़ेंगे. यू जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दैट कि ट्रायल बैलेंस हम बनाते हैं जस्ट टू चेक द अर्थमेटिकल एक्यूरेसी. अर्थमेटिकली हमारे जो ट्रांजेक्शन्स रिकॉर्ड हुए हैं वो सही रिकॉर्ड हुए हैं या नहीं, ये जानने के लिए हम ट्रायल बैलेंस बनाते हैं. सो लाइक दिस वी हैव वन अकाउंटिंग साइकिल. इसे हम प्रोसेस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग भी कह सकते हैं. हाउ सब we have the transactions means हमने कुछ खरीदा है या हमने कुछ बेचा है. So firstly we have the transactions and after the transaction is done we will record it in the journal. Clear? Then after journal we will prepare the ledger, that is the classifying. Classifying means जर्नल में हमने सारी ट्रांजेक्शन एक जगह रिकॉर्ड कर दिए, बट इन द लेजर बुक वी विल क्लासिफाई द ईच ट्रांजेक्शंस. देन आफ्टर लेजर वी विल प्रिपेयर द ट्रायल बैलेंस. Trial balance can be come under summarizing because in trial balance we prepare trial balance just to check the arithmetical accuracy. हम ये चेक करने के लिए बनाते हैं कि जो हमने जर्नल पूरा बनाया है या हमने जो लेजर बनाया है वो हमारा ठीक है या नहीं, वो हमारा सही बना है या नहीं. And after trial balance we will prepare trading account, profit and loss account, and then the balance sheet. So trading account is what? Trading account is prepared just to know the gross profit. Don't panic by listening all these heavy words like journal, ledger, trial balance and all, because this is the separate chapter in your book and we will study it in a detail. Just understand the basic why we are using these terms, and later on we will study the whole chapter on this. So what you have to remember is process of accounting or the accounting cycle includes what? Journal, ledger, trial balance, then trading, profit and loss account, and then the balance sheet. So this cycle repeats on and on. जब तक ट्रांजेक्शन होते रहेंगे तब तक ये साइकिल चलता रहेगा. एंड इफ ट्रांजेक्शन होंगे सो वी विल प्रिपेयर जर्नल, हम लेजर बनाएंगे, हम ट्रायल बैलेंस बनाएंगे, एंड वी विल प्रिपेयर ट्रेडिंग एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट टू नो आवर प्रॉफिट, एंड वी विल प्रिपेयर बैलेंस शीट टू नो आवर फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन. And next characteristic is interpreting of the result. So interpretation of the result means जी जो हमने accounts बना रखे हैं उनको हम interpret करें. मतलब मीन्स जैसे क्या मतलब एक आपको क्या समझ आ रहा है उन अकाउंट्स को देख के, whether your firm is in profit or in loss, that is known as interpreting. Then we have the communicating. So why we have prepared these accounts? The main reason is these accounts are useful to the creditors, to the debitors for the legal requirement and all. So now after these following all these steps, after the interpretation, these accounts are communicated to the users, whether the external users or the internal users. So internal users are whom? जो हमारे firm में काम करते हैं, means managers and all. They all need accounts for the decision makings. And external users जो creditors and all होते हैं जो हमारे business में invest करते हैं. We will study this in detail, these external user, internal users and all these terms, general ledger, trial balance. So hope you have understood what are the characteristics of accounting and why do we prepare the accounts. So just revise it, and if you have any query relating to this, you can message me on the eCare Pro app. Thank you.